Okay. Oh, a little bit of slow speed stuff, buddy. Got to practice slow speeds. Is this a group ride? What are we doing here? We just blocking traffic to block. Did we just block traffic for 5 different people? Like, did we just... Like, I don't understand. It's like, you know, I got a small group of like 3 guys, and I'm just gonna start blocking traffic because it's like it's a big group ride. I don't know. I'm just assuming here, but interesting. Practice your slow speed maneuvers, everybody.
So I was riding. I was getting ready
Yeah.
to go in the right lane. I looked,
Okay.
and then
There's that vehicle.
this guy
You're gonna
happened.
do this, and you're gonna swerve
He
back.
was shifting all the way
Everything
from
seems to
the
be
right
fine.
lane all the way to the left. And
It happens. There's an intersection up ahead.
Seconds.
Probably wants to get in the left lane and turn left, but you recognized it.
Wrong to flip him off. He was shifting into my lane.
No, you can flip
Right?
him off. That's fine. I don't care. Just make sure you stay open lane pattern right here. Somebody's gonna switch over to your lane. There it is. Guys, that's a perfect opportunity to understand what, and it's a merging area too. You notice that? So be very careful with that. So open lane pattern. Our lane is open. Their lanes are not. So they're going to want to come over because it's nice and fluid. And they just want to get into our spot because we love it. We love this. What do you think they're going to think? They want it too. They want it too. I feel like I need caffeine. Open lane pattern just switched over. Because remember, we're trying to plan our ride. We're trying to position for safety. We're locating these hazardous situations. We're assessing if this is going to be a relevant threat. They switched into our lanes. Yeah, it's a relevant threat. We got to navigate out of that. So nice little swerve. Accident waiting to happen. A little flathead. Good job, buddy. Stasio 13. We're on a track. I don't understand this camera angle, though. Oh, a little bit of a low side. Perfectly fine. Wearing gear. We're having fun. We're doing it in a closed environment. We don't have to worry about oncoming traffic, sides of the vehicles, intersections. We just have to worry about our strength because we can't even lift up a bike. That's it. That's it. All right, here we go. Julian Volpe. Watch out for any, we got some uncommon thing. That's very uncommon. That's a rollover accident. We have first responders on scene. Not very many though. So if you do have any medical experience, do exactly what this person's doing. Go ahead and stop and help out because that's a very high mechanism. That's a very high mechanism. Any rollover is considered like a potentially fatal mechanism. A fall over 7 feet is a potential fatal mechanism. So somebody surviving a fatal mechanism type of accident, you take it seriously because you just don't know until you know. And so this patient on the ground right here, the only way you're going to really know and there's only anything you can really do is if there's like external bleeding. That's what we're talking about when it comes to rescuing people. But on the backside, you know, head injury and spinal cord injury and shock symptoms, just keeping them warm really does help, especially if they're super cold. You want to get the blood flowing, obviously not blood flowing out of them. You want to stop that. But yeah, this is a pretty high mechanism. Easily somebody get ejected. Probably an overcorrection. Went off under the berm, tried to swerve back, flipped the vehicle. Oof. Let's go to a little story time. It's a fatal accident, so a little trigger warning going on for you. We were on a call. I was on the ambulance, Station 3, Yuma, Arizona. This is Pacific and 24th Street. And there was an MVA. It was very simple MVA. Cops were there. We were on our way there. And they were doing something, but then this teenager just ran through the intersection like fast, like 70 miles per hour. On the other end of that intersection, there's like this part of the road that does this like really quickly. So it's really fun to kind of like go through it, but it can be dangerous. Good vision and everything, but these kids went. Long story short, They rolled over on that little spot. They overcorrected, hit a curb or whatever it was. They rolled over. I don't know if it was the passenger or the driver. Didn't have a seatbelt. When it was flipping, his waist up went out the window. Okay, so it's flipping. Waist up went out the window. I didn't see the rest, but I remember seeing that vehicle in impound for investigations. It was a white car, and the door was just blood. The cops said that he flipped. When he flipped, and when they found him, he was halfway out, and his head was just basically when the car finally hit the ground and kept going. So it was like boom, boom, boom. When it hit the ground, like on the second flip, his body was outside, smashed, and then it just kept flipping. So that was his bit. That was his head. That was his brains and stuff. So I don't know where I was getting at with that, but it's just a fun little story, just to hear about, next time you're out riding. Maybe when your kids want to go out and your teenage son was like, I want to go out driving with my buddies. Maybe think of that. Not to scare you. Well, yeah. I don't know. Stuff happens. It sucks. I don't know why I shared that. Anyways, sync 1, open lane pattern. Here we go. Are you going to merge into me? There it is. There it is. Yeah, you weren't paying attention. You guys start recognizing it. You guys start to recognize it a little bit. I ride motorcycles. Are we going to practice wheelies? This is a good spot. You're breathing really hard, buddy. You running? Oh, feet up, feet up, feet up. Look where you want to go. So it's the head and eye. Yeah, it's the head movement I'm seeing here. Keep the feet up. There you go. It's a stunt. It's a stunt. We're stunting here. This is a great, so let's go ahead and talk about this, because this can happen to brand new riders. I love seeing these new rider mistakes. You don't see this very often.
Are you okay?
Immediately saying, I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
It's probably not her bike.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Baby, it's okay.
Good for him.
No, it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Just relax. Relax. Relax.
That sucks when you're trying something good.
Are you okay? Do you hurt?
You're trying something new. It's kind of embarrassing, especially when you don't want to damage somebody's bike. And
can you stand up? Here, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Good for you, dude.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, she's got big emotions right now. That's fine.
As long as you're okay, it's fine. Baby, it's okay.
Let her feel. Let her do her feels. You check her out. See if she's fine. A little bit of.
Left leg okay? Okay. I'm glad the bike didn't fall on top of you.
Good for you, dude.
I know.
Yeah, you did. You hit your head? Okay. See, now we're starting to get information.
That's what.
Is there more? Okay. She's having big emotions. That's all. It's okay. It's okay. Let's talk about this, though. All right, so she's practicing. So right now we're doing slow straight line, doing very well, which, by the way, we teach this in the basic Smart Rider course. Okay, so what she's going to try to do is a U-turn. And she's not doing a U-turn very well. But she knows how to do slow straight line. We know how to do, she's trying her best with friction zone, throttle control, head and eye movement, handlebar movement. She's trying everything. And it's just still new. So we talk about, you go from the cognitive all the way to the associative. So you're able to, you barely learning, you figuring it out. You have to practice, and then it becomes automatic. We're not there yet. It looks like we're still in the very early practice stages. So she's setting up for a U-turn here. Here the RPM's going pretty high. So what's happening is she's pulling in a lot of clutch and then maybe giving it a little bit too much throttle to compensate. Because, you don't get a lot of power. The more clutch you pull in, the less power you get. So when she's pulling in a lot, she's like, I got to give it more power. Because it's like, I'm not going anywhere. So it's like there's a delicate balance here. And this is where we're learning. He's doing a great job taking her out here. This is perfect. You're doing fine. She's got gear. Now that you saw the ankle injury, maybe let's get her some ankle high boots, So she's doing that right there, and it's like, you're not going to make it. keep your feet up on the handlebars. Keep your feet up on the pegs. Keeping your feet up on the pegs is going to help out your balance. Right now, the balance is being shifted towards the inside because you have more weight basically coming down. And if you're turning left and you have more weight shifting down on the inside, guess what's going to happen? You're going to fall on the inside. So counterweighting on these U-turns is being able to shift it to the outside. You start to see how this is starting to mess up a little bit.
I'm tired. Oh.
So right there at that point, it's like you're not going to make the turn as a brand new rider, because what I'm recognizing is that the head is not looking basically where the camera is. Your goal, right now I have neck pain, so the goal when it comes to these U-turns is quite literally, so if I'm like doing this, like that's kind of like what we're seeing here. Is like I'm looking forward, but I want to turn towards you, the camera. If I want to turn towards you, the camera, or the TV, phone, wherever you're watching, how you guys doing? I want to put my chin on my shoulder and look towards you guys. And so when I'm turning towards you guys. If I'm looking straight, I'm going to keep going straight, and I'm going to try to do this versus turning. And that's what we should be doing here. So she's not doing that. Cardo just came out with their headset for the Pack Talk Edge. This is a great opportunity. So if she had a Cardo, you had the headset, you can tell her to do certain things. This is a good spot. Or if you had a helmet, she had a helmet. Cardo, same thing. You can communicate with each other. So right here, not head and eye turn, not going to make it. So then we start to try to compensate, and we see this in riding scenarios out in the road where you start to fail because it's too much speed, so you try to compensate with more braking. Well, when it comes to a U-turn like this, we're not making the turn. We're halfway through the road, basically, and we still haven't made the turn, so we need to compensate by giving it and doing something different. And right now, the only thing we can really do in a beginner's mind is just, all I know how to do is this. So you're going to hear the throttle. You're going to hear the clutch and everything kind of get shifted around. The RPM start going crazy. The one thing that would solve the problem is the head and eye turn and committing, keeping our feet up. She's looking down. So right here, it's like, oh no. So she probably pulled in the clutch all the way. And then you're going to see the suspension dump down like this. That means she applied a lot of brakes. So now we have a lot of brake, full clutch, and probably a little bit of throttle. It's not a good situation, because now what do? You're going to have to roll off that throttle and slowly let out the clutch. Because if you have brakes and throttle and full clutch pulled in and you let go of the clutch, guess what's going to happen? That. So we have the suspension dive down. You saw that. That was all front brake, but she still had throttle and she still had full clutch in. She let go of the clutch. It revved up. Now that rear tire spinning with that front tire locked in because you have the front brake, and then you had that wheel spin on the back. Beginner. It happens. It happens. It totally happens. It happens, especially when you're learning a manual transmission. For those of you that have learned manual transmissions before motorcycles, all you'd be doing is spinning those rear tires. And how I trained myself was I went on a dirt road and I just spun out and spun out and spun out until the point where it's like, I need to make it to where I don't spin out. And so then when I go on a street, I'm not like doing that. So right here, it's pretty tough. She's doing a good job. So at this point, my only worry is left ankle, but then she said she hit her head, so I'm assuming she hit the back of her head right here. Boom, right there. Back of the head, easily can get a concussion from that. If she didn't have a helmet, she could have a skull fracture. So the fact that she had a helmet is very good. So at this point, as a mentor, okay, because we talk about that, right? We talk about being a mentor. So let's go ahead and bring that up. So empathy. We need to have some empathy here. We need to be able to understand that, people are trying to learn. You have to come from their perspectives. And this is Unit 6, by the way, of the MTC Basic Smart Rider course. You have to understand that they're trying to learn. Okay? You need to build trust. You need to build a rapport with them. If you're boyfriend, girlfriend, friends, you already kind of built some of that stuff. Approach from them, their perspective, what they're trying to do, what they're learning. If they have big emotions, a little bit anxiety-inducing, then what we need to do in this situation is just, okay, the problem that we need to solve is not how to do U-turn. And and what they did wrong. It's let's go ahead and bring these emotions down so we can think with our logical brain. And so he did a great job.
Are you okay? Yeah. It's okay. Are you okay? No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's
yeah,
okay.
that's tough. You did a great job. So I ride motorcycles. Great job. And we're already 30 minutes into this one. So if you want to subscribe, click that click the subscribe button. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys later. Guys, it's been 30 minutes. Yeah, we need to get, stop.